right, Team Caragosian. I thought you might appreciate seeing Daisy. You probably miss her more than you miss me. So, we'll see if I can keep her on my lap through this whole story. But The Day You Begin by Jacqueline Woodson, illustrated by Rafael Lopez. There will be times when you walk into a room and no one there is quite like you. Gosh, I hope so. I hope there's times that I walk in a room and there's no one there like me. Maybe it will be your skin, your clothes, or the curl of your hair. There will be times when no one understands the way words curl from your mouth, the beautiful language of the country you left behind. My name is Rigoberto. We just moved here from Venezuela. And because they don't understand, the classroom will fill with laughter until the teacher quiets everyone. Team Caragosian, you wouldn't laugh at him, right? I know you guys wouldn't. Rigoberto from Venezuela. Your teacher says so soft and beautifully that your name and homeland sound like flowers blooming the first bright notes of a song. There will be times when the words don't come. Your own voice, once huge, now smaller. When the teacher asks, "What did you do last summer? Tell the class your story." "We went to France," Shayla says. "These shells came from a beach in Maine." A boy named Jonathan holds out a jar filled with tiny shells so fragile they look like they'll turn to dust in your own untraveled hands. "My whole family went to India, Spain, South Carolina. Each souvenir a small triumph of a journey, their travels going on and on." Gosh, Miss Caragosian doesn't travel like that. And as you stand in front of that room, you can only remember how the heat waved as it lifted off the curb, and your days spent at home caring for your little sister, who made you laugh out loud and hugged you hard at nap time. You can only remember the books you kept on reading long after she'd fallen to sleep. A vacation with family and little sisters who hug hard and reading books sounds pretty dreamy to Mrs. Caragosian. And in that room, where no one is quite like you, you'll look down at your own empty hands and wonder, what good is this when other students were flying and sailing and going somewhere? Miss Caragosian would love to hear about her book. There will be times when the lunch your mother packed for you is too strange or too unfamiliar for others to love as you do. Miss Caragosian wants to know what's in there. "Miss Daisy, you may not eat my book." When even your own friend Nadja will wrinkle her nose and say, "What's in there anyway?" And you'll wonder how she doesn't see the rice beneath the meat and kimchi. You'll wonder why she doesn't remember that rice is the most popular food in the world. Gosh, look how yummy that looks. All that yummy rice, that would be Luke's very favorite. There will be times when the climbing bars are too high, the run is too fast and far. The game isn't one you can ever really play. I don't want him on my team. You can watch. Maybe you can have a turn later. Oof. These are tragic words. Mrs. Caragosian is seeing an empty bucket. Do you see it, Team Caragosian? You would fill his bucket, right? I can see it on his face. There will be times when the world feels like a place that you're standing all the way outside of. Look at this picture. Ouch. Ouch, Daisy Duke. Go find the outsider and bring him in. And all that stands beside you is your own brave self, steady and steel and ready, even though you don't know what you're ready for. There will be times when you walk into a room and no one there is quite like you until the day that you begin. You have ownership in this. When you're standing on the outside like this and feeling so sad, you have some ownership. There's some things you need to do. You ready? Until the day you begin to share your stories. My name is Angelina, and I spent the whole summer with my little sister. You tell the class, your voice stronger than it was a minute ago. Reading books and telling stories, even though we were right on our block, it was like we got to go everywhere. Look what reading did for her and her little sister. Angelina and her sister got to travel everywhere that they read about. That's what Mrs. Karagosian wants you to do right now when you're stuck at home. Read a book and then go on Google Classroom and tell me where you traveled. Who'd you meet? Sora has all kinds of library books right now. Check out A Magic Treehouse and then tell me. We did Night of the Ninjas. We did Dinosaurs Before Dark. Tell me where you go when you travel with your book. Your name is like my sister's name, Rigoberto says. Her name is Angelina too. And all at once, in a room where no one is quite like you, the world opens itself up a little wider to make some space for you. Angelina shared and found that someone was a little bit like her. This is the day you begin to find the places inside your laughter and your lunches, your books, your travel and stories, where every new friend has something a little like you and something else so fabulously not quite like you at all. And there they are, new friends. Nice. All right, Team Karagosian, I'm going to try to read your book each day. Oh, listen. Do you hear Daisy? She misses you guys. Mrs. Karagosian loves you and misses you. Make sure that you're checking in with me on Google Classroom. I'm going to go put a joke up for today, and I'm going to put our story up. Let me know if you have any questions with your packets. I can video and answer anything that you're confused about. So stay in contact with me. All right, Seth.